Hi, girls. Good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Morning. How are you today? Are you able to listen to me? Good.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
good.
Okay, good, good. Okay, good. Okay. Hi, good morning, Juan Carlos. Okay. Juan Carlos, can you listen to us? No, no. Oh, okay. It's connecting now. Hi, Pamela. Good morning.
Hello, Miss. Good morning.
Hi. Juan Carlos, are you there?
Maybe he.
I think his microphone is not on. No. Okay. Juan Carlos? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
All right. So we are going to start, and we are going to practice. Well, the objectives for today are to practice. Well, develop critical thinking, analyzing.
Mhm.
Sorry. Complete. We're actually going to complete a TED Talk video activity. Some tasks related to the TED Talk video. We are going to practice listening comprehension activities, talk about achievements, and we are going to start with making comparisons, but this is going to be the writing activity, okay?
Okay.
We are going to, we start working from right now until 11. Let's just, we are actually going to start working with the TikTok video. And, well, do you remember him? We talked about him last class. Do you remember him?
Magician.
The magician. What was his name? What is his name?
David Blaine.
David Blaine.
David Blaine.
Very good. Now, in this case, the conference or the TED Talk video is called "How I Held My Breath for 17 Minutes." Okay. That is the TED Talk video. What do you think he's going to talk about in his video? What do you think? If it says "How I held my breath for 17 minutes," what do you think he's going to talk about in the video?
Techniques to break.
Okay, so techniques to breathe. What else?
Is
So we might have techniques of breathing, like Juan Carlos said, but what else?
to control the nervous, maybe.
Okay, control nervousness. What else? What else do you think?
Maybe how he prepared before the performance.
Okay, how he's going to, how does he normally prepare for his performances? Anything else you might think of?
To prepare the body.
Okay, yes, to prepare the body, exactly. Okay, what about the rest? Okay, I think Cecilia is writing something. Okay, about the stars in the world of magic. That's true. Okay, so I have this is the description of the video. Who would like to help me read this paragraph?
Me,
Okay,
David Blaine is a world-famous magician and endures art who became famous for doing street magic. Based in the 1990s, became amazing story. Blaine has been obsessed with about magic and endurance since he was a child. Especially the Wonder Water changes of the great magic Harry Houdini. David Blaine's idea was spreading in the throat train in the education. We can attain goals to another may consider impossible.
okay, very good. All right, so now we're gonna do this. Let me change the slide. Let me just write a message to Reinaldo because he's not able to listen to us. Okay. All right. Okay. Juan, Reinaldo, can you listen to us?
Yes, yes, yes,
All right.
yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So now we're gonna continue, and we have this. The name of the paragraph. Well, sorry, the slide is called "What is their meaning?" Okay. What is their meaning? What I'm going to ask you to do, it says in here, read the paragraph above and match the bold word to its meaning. You will hear these words in the text talk. I have the words magician, obsessed, underwater, and impossible. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Which ones do you think correspond to the meaning? Okay. So if you have your book, you can open your book on page
71.
71. Yes. And you can write down the meaning of the words. Okay. The ones that I shared in this case. Magician, obsessed, underwater, and impossible.
I think is number 1 below the water supports is it underwater.
Okay.
And number 2 comment to those speak is imagination.
Okay.
Unable to be done is impossible.
Mm-hmm.
And continually talk about is obsesses.
Obsessed. Okay. Do you guys agree with this? What about the rest? Do you guys agree with what Sandra said?
I want to check.
Okay. All right, so Cecilia said yes, she's agreed. Okay. So Sandra said underwater, magician, impossible, and
Possible, yes,
obsessed.
okay, it's correct.
Okay, so we have this. Yes. All right, very good, Sandra. Yes, they are the correct answers. What questions do you have with these specific words? Because David Blaine is going to use these words in the presentation. So, do you have questions or no?
Yes.
All good?
So in this paragraph is easy. It's
Okay.
I don't question
You don't
any.
have questions.
Yeah.
All right, and the rest, all good?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, very good. So let me change to the PowerPoint. Okay, so I have, in here it says research. What is research?
It's research investigation.
Uh-huh. So research is like investigation, okay? And then in here I have, how would you explain these words, and these words or expressions to your
Okay.
classmates, okay? This is what you're going to do. You're going to work in pairs, okay? Or in groups of 3, depending how many people we are right now. And you're going to investigate what they mean, okay? The definition, if you want to call it like that. What I want you to do is, with your partner, you are going to create like definitions with your words, okay? Because you have to explain the expressions with your words for them to be easy, to understand, okay? Yes, everybody understands?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's all the 10 seconds.
Sorry, what?
5, 6, 7, 8. All word.
Yes, all the words. Yes, I'm gonna send this to the WhatsApp group so you can have it, and then I'm going to separate you to breakout rooms, okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you, like I said, 6 minutes more or less for you to research. Let me just first send you the picture to the WhatsApp group, okay? Remember that you're working in pairs, so it's not only one person who works. Everybody has to work in your group, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. We are 5. Okay, so I'm going to put Cecilia and Juan Carlos together in one group, and then I'm going to put Pamela, Reynaldo, and Sandra in the other group, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so remember, you have 6 minutes. Please investigate the words and decide different definitions, okay? All right, accept the
Okay.
invitation to the breakout room.
It's mm, register. I don't know.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
No, ¿Me oyes? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Wait a minute, please.
Hi, good morning, Guillermo. Can you hear me? Guillermo, are you there?
Yeah, I just connected.
Okay,
Hello?
good. Yes. All right. We are working in breakout rooms. Okay. So I'm going to send you with one group.
Okay.
All right. So let me just. There you go. So just accept the invitation and you'll join.
The bearing, the memory, or knowledge, or of fact or events. Or in definitions, single is like it's like events or facts to persevere in the memory of the people.
It's something it's expensive in the ear on the Heracles, or no. It drives is a person when do looking for something. Yeah, peer divers is a person would look there in the water or in the ocean. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. It's like a person
Well,
search.
looking
Uh,
there in the water.
yeah.
Ocean or water. Okay, in the other word is free,
Freddy.
free. Is is uh, is living is when the person living or swimming is swimming or living. Living is underwater
Diving.
uh, style style
Mhm.
free and no.
Mhm. Uh, we can write achievement or facts,
Facts.
uh,
It's better.
facts to stay in the memory,
To what?
stay in the memory, que permanece, to keep, to stay,
Okay.
to, I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe,
you stay in the memory.
yeah, I want to write
Okay.
facts or events to stay
Mm-hmm.
in the memory.
Yes, it's okay.
To stay in the memory.
Pearls diverse.
Memory. Este, happen to stay in the memory. Facts o eventos extraordinarios. Es extraordinario. Extraordinarios. Facts or eventos extraordinarios to stay in the memory.
Okay, for personal records.
Sí. Okay, next.
Pearl divers.
Check. Peer. ¿Cómo esto no lo veo? Publicó la maestra la lista. Sí. Peer divers. Claro. Divers es clavado.
Hi, Brenda, can you listen to me?
Is when or the DB hold more time underwater is
Yes.
Yeah. Who is he? Who is
Which one
there?
are Guillermo?
Hello, Guillermo. What about Peter Divers? Do you know?
Which one are we defining? Free diving?
No, we are found. No, we are research the pearls.
Pearl divers. Okay.
Yes.
Peer es perla.
Mhm. Mm, maybe they.
Bless you.
Thank you. Coronavirus.
Sí. Let me check.
The free diving, I think, is the same about pierce diving.
Yeah, but I think freediving the it's like an sport
Divers.
or activity that the divers well dive into the sea without an oxygen tank oxygen.
Yeah. So pierce divers is the
Yours maybe
is
the
when
ones
a person founds
yeah
pearls
on the pearls yeah.
under the sea. And
Okay.
free diving is more the definition about the activity or the sport or
Yeah,
swimming.
you have a good idea. A good
Okay.
definition.
And then the definition is
Activity or sport of swimming.
It's an idea. No, we need
50. I don't know. The beach,
Yeah.
body.
Mm-hmm.
Is the resting. The resting, the number 8. You hair or you have hair. You hair have. Number 8. You have hair doing. Okay. And another under duress. Duress. Under duress. I don't know.
What word? Rest?
Under duress.
Under the rest. Okay. I think is when you're diving in the water, like during into the water. No.
Is similar or resistance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resist. Underwater.
Yes. Underwater. Is like deep in the sea to the you during into the water. The record.
Okay.
I am.
And the other
I think
word is buoyant. Buoyant.
Buoyant.
Buoyant.
When this word in the number page in the book, or is the presentation the teacher the
What?
What word are you writing?
I writing activity or sport of swimming without using breathing equipment.
Free diving?
Free diving.
Free diving is dive without restriction.
Is what?
Dive without restriction. O sea, nadar sin restricciones. Es, órale, vente el agua, ¿verdad?
Pues
Vale. Ya nos sacó.
Okay, Juan Carlos, can you hear us? Okay, can everybody hear me?
Ya, estoy.
All right,
No
very
finish,
good.
no finish, teacher.
Don't worry. So this is what we're gonna do. We're going to actually discuss, but I'm going to ask one by one. Okay. The things that you I mean the ones that you have and the ones that you imagine you think are correct. So in simple words, personal record, Juan Carlos, what is personal record?
Facts or events extraordinaries to stay in the memory.
Okay, everybody agrees?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a goal person.
A personal goal.
It's when I have achieved and put a more personal in time or in distance and something. I don't know.
Pretty much, yes, very good. Now, pearl divers. Cecilia, what did you find for pearl divers, or what can you explain?
a person who swims under the water into the sea to find pearls.
Yes, simple as that. Yes, it's a person who's swimming underwater and they want to look for pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandra, what did you find for free diving?
Free time is a person swimming underwater in a style free, nor in competition. It's enjoy when I don't know. It's swim underwater free.
Yes, so in this case, it's them swimming underwater. It's free because they don't have equipment to breathe, like the divers who wear the masks and the oxygen tanks. They don't have equipment, so they just breathe, swim for free underwater
Will enjoy.
and enjoy it. Yes. And hyperventilate, Reynaldo. What did you put for hyperventilate?
What word?
Hyperventilate.
Higher?
Eventually.
Hyperventilate. Hyperventilate.
I don't know, teacher. Eventually, is a one moment or is when success in the moment is the word
Everybody sweet for something.
Okay, yeah, so in this case we have hyperventilate is maybe when you're nervous and then you have the anxiety and you're sweating like, oh my god.
You when
when I feel fear.
Sorry, when I what?
When you feel
Sweat for something, nervous or anxiety.
So it's when maybe you have a lot of nervousness, anxiety, when you're afraid and you're like what do I do, right?
excessive breathing.
Excessive
is
breathing.
when you breathe too quickly.
Also when you work too quickly also. All right. Lung capacity Guillermo, what did you guys discuss about lung capacity, or what do you understand by that?
Lung capacity, well, I think is the maximum capacity of the lungs to keep inside the oxygen.
Yes, so pretty much is the capacity that the capacity your lungs have to breathe or to
On breathe.
maybe breathe or keep the air as well.
Yeah.
Hold the air or the oxygen.
Exactly, the oxygen.
Physical condition.
Yeah, it's a physical condition like capacity. Maybe you train your lungs or something.
Yeah.
Now we have resting heart rate. What do you understand by that? Resting heart rate. Like, what do you understand, or what did you guys put in that one?
It's like beats per minute in your heart.
Your heart?
Yes.
The condition of your heart.
So it's the condition of your heart. In this case, normally we have a specific like heart rate.
Yes.
So that is maybe, I mean, that's resting, like when it's
Yeah.
normal. And then when you, I don't know, maybe you're sick or you're getting nervous, maybe the heart rate, instead of just being like this, it becomes like this, right?
Yeah.
So something like that.
The number base you have doing. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. And then we have under duress. What do you understand by the word or the expression under duress? This one.
Under of something, but I don't know why.
So
It's like a pressure, no?
Yep.
Pressure.
So
Maybe.
under duress normally means when something or an action is violent.
Okay.
Okay. So if we think duress or violent and is under, maybe, I mean, it means that the person is under a violent change, a violent movement, a violent or maybe an aggressive movement. For example, free divers, they go under duress because they don't have breathing equipment. So it's, I mean, it is an aggressive thing for their body or for their lung capacity.
Yeah.
It's similar to the resistance.
Yeah, similar to resistance, exactly.
So the definition can be aggressive change.
An aggressive change that happens to your body, for example.
Okay.
When they are in a difficult situation in general. Okay. Now, we have the word buoyant. What do you think buoyant means?
Buoyant.
What do you imagine?
When a person float up in the water?
Yes. Yes. So a person that has the ability or capacity to float underwater.
Floating. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Like floating. All right. And then vital organs. Is it clear?
Yes.
Import organ.
Yes.
Hair, lung,
Lung, lip, heart.
So all the important organs, as Sandra is saying. And then we have pulse signal therapy, PST. What do you think this is?
I don't know.
Similar
It's
of
like
the RCP.
RCP. Exactly.
So similar to that, but
RCP.
it is more like therapy. Okay.
Yeah.
instead of like the RCP or the RCP, like they are doing it because of a specific reason. In here, it's more like therapy. They help you with your pulse.
Mhm.
They are
Only,
helping. What?
is only pulse?
Yeah, with pulse. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what questions with this?
No?
No.
So obviously these are very specific words, but it's important for us also to have this in our vocabulary. Now, we're gonna continue with the first part of the TED Talk video, and it should be on page 71 as well. We're going to watch part 1, and we're going to see if, well, we're gonna circle if it's true, like the sentences are true, or if they are false, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
But before we actually do that, I want you to read the sentences. So number 1, who wants to help me read number 1?
B.
Okay?
Passenger Lake matched Houdini's personal record for underwater recording. I think it's true.
Okay, so you think it's true. Very good. In this case, later we're gonna watch the video and he's going to give us the answer. Number 2, who wants to help me read number 2?
Me.
Okay?
Esta apnea refers to how deep underwater people can go while holding their breath. Or breathe.
Their breath. Okay?
I think
It's false.
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 Okay. Number 3, who wants to help me read number 3?
Me, Guillermo.
Okay?
Blaine learned how to remain still and slow his heart rate down underwater. I think it's true.
Okay, very good. We're gonna check the answers in a moment. And number 4, who wants to help me read number 4? Okay, I'll do it.
Me.
It says,
Me.
okay,
Y nadie si nadie quiere, pues yo.
Release.
Okay, purging release CO2 from the body is true. Is true.
all right,
Yes.
okay. All right, so we're gonna watch the video. I want you to pay attention to when he expresses these things, and then we're going to confirm if what you answered is true or not, okay?
Okay.
Let me share the sound and go to the book.
As a young magician, I was obsessed with Houdini and his underwater challenges. So I began early on competing against the other kids, seeing how long I could stay underwater while they went up and down to breathe, 5 times while I stayed under on one breath. By the time I was a teenager, I was able to hold my breath for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I would later find out that was Houdini's personal record. So I started researching into pearl divers, because they go down for 4 minutes on one breath. And when I was researching pearl divers, I found the world of free diving. It was the most amazing thing that I ever discovered, pretty much. There's many different aspects to free diving. There's depth records where people go as deep as they can, and then there's static apnea. That's holding your breath as long as you can in one place without moving. That was the one that I studied. The first thing that I learned is when you're holding your breath, you should never move at all. That wastes energy, and that depletes oxygen, and it builds up CO2 in your blood. So I learned never to to move, and I learned how to slow my heart rate down. I had to remain perfectly still and just relax and think that I wasn't in my body and just control that. And then I learned how to purge. Purging is basically hyperventilating. You blow in and out. You do that, you get lightheaded, you get tingling, and you're really ridding your body of CO2. So when you hold your breath, it's infinitely easier. Then I learned that you have to take a huge breath, and you just hold and relax and never let any air out, and just hold and relax through all the pain.
Okay, so let's.
I'm so scared this.
Yes. Okay, so you guys answered. Let me just share for a moment before we check. So you mentioned it was true, false, true, and true, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, so in here he says, as a teenager, Blaine matched Houdini's personal record underwater breath holding. Sorry. Is it true or false based on the video?
True.
True.
All right, we're gonna check the answers in a moment. And then he talked about static apnea, refers to how deep underwater people can go while holding their breath. True or false?
True.
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 Mm-hmm. And then Blaine learned how to remain still and slow his heart rate underwater. True or false?
True.
True.
All right. And then purging releases CO2 from the body.
True.
True.
All right, so we're gonna check. Yes, so the only one is this one. Let's see where we can
Estaba
find.
bien.
Okay.
It was yeah.
False in the first time.
Yeah, and the first time you answered correctly. Here he mentions, let me just find the part. Oh, I think I skipped it. I'm missing the part where he says static.
Static. Static.
Where?
Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Down. Stay is yeah, okay.
Here. This one.
Very many different perspectives for TV.
Where the people go as different days.
Yes, so that is a static apnea, like where people go as deep as they can. Okay, so and not only holding their breath. Right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very good. So now we're gonna continue with this, and I'm gonna show you. We have this. David Blaine mentions this. Just hold and relax through the pain. That's his expression. Just hold and relax through the pain. Is this the kind of physical challenge that is appealing to you? That you are attracted to? Yes or no?
It's very difficult.
No.
I don't
For me, no.
I don't understand the question.
Okay, so in here first we're going to check the yellow expression. Just hold and relax through the pain. What is he trying to say with that expression, the one that is in yellow? Just hold and relax through the pain. What is he trying to tell you? What do you understand with these words?
Just hold on and ask.
To learn to
Support.
no to
Or
su- to
depend. It depends the person.
yeah.
Yeah. So support in this case, that would be like Spanish, but it's not. That would not be the word. It would be like to manage or to handle the pain.
Yeah.
Embrace the pain.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much exactly to embrace the pain. So to wait and embrace the pain. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Now he's mentioning this because he's doing these magic tricks and maybe he's underwater. I mean, we know that he was holding his breath for 17 minutes underwater. So what he says is, you know what? Just wait, relax, and embrace the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was in an under duress activity, which is holding the breath.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question, this one,
Is this the kind?
so let me just hold on. It says, is this is talking about this part, the kind of physical challenge or physical activity that is appealing to you. Appealing, what is appealing?
Attractive.
That you like, maybe also.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this like is his activity the kind of physical activity that you would like to do?
This question?
Yes. Yeah, it's a question. Yeah.
No, for me, no.
For me, no.
I have enough stress today.
Okay.
Maybe when I was a young man, maybe.
Okay.
In this moment, no.
Okay. What about the rest? Would you like to do it?
It's very difficult, I think, for me in this time, no.
Okay. So also
it's complicated.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just like something simple. It is actually something very like, dangerous for some people as well.
Yeah. In fact, teacher, you need training and practice it because you can because
Maybe
it's so dangerous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about the rest? Would you do it? Like the rest of the people who are here connected? Would you do something like this?
No,
Yes,
me not.
I will give it a try.
Okay, so you would give it a try. Very good. So you know what? This is something simple like that I can tell you would be, for example, going to Matacanes. That's
yes.
I mean, that is extreme.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's cool.
Activity. It's cool, but it's still for some people. As you mentioned, they might need training because maybe they don't have a physical condition to do it.
I think so. Yeah. See.
All right. So we're going to continue, and we're actually going to continue with second part of the video. In here it says complete the diagram. In your book, you should have something like this. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the diagram, but really we're just going to focus on this part. So in here it says before you watch, read the sentences. These are the sentences A, B, C, and D. And then we're gonna watch the video. We're gonna watch the video, and you're going to decide if the statements they were said or they are related to David Blaine or to Tom Siestas. Okay.
Okay.
So this is called a Venn diagram. So letter A, who wants to help me read sentence letter A?
Has the ideal body type to holding its breath underwater?
Okay. No, letter B.
He's over
Me
6 feet tall.
Okay. Juan Carlos, letter C.
had to change his eating habits.
Okay, very good. And letter D, who wants to help me read letter D?
Me, trainer for a breath holding challenge on a TV show.
Okay, very good. So we're gonna watch the video, and you're going to decide if it was David Blaine or Tom Siestas. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just hold a sec. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Very good.
I started learning about.
Can you listen to the video?
Yes.
No. Okay.
I mean, right now it's stopped, but were you able to listen? Because I don't remember if I shared it. Hold on.
Yes, we listen.
Okay.
I started learning about the world record holder. His name is Tom Zetas, and this guy is perfectly built for holding his breath. He's 6'4", he's 160 pounds, and his total lung capacity is twice the size of an average person. I'm 6'1" and fat. We'll say big boned. I had to drop 50 pounds in 3 months. So everything that I put into my body, I considered as medicine. Every bit of food was exactly what it was for its nutritional value. I ate really small, controlled portions throughout the day, and I started to really adapt my body. The thinner I was, the longer I was able to hold my breath, and by eating so well and training so hard, my resting heart rate dropped to 38 beats per minute, which is lower than most Olympic athletes. In 4 months of training, I was able to hold my breath for over 7 minutes. I wanted to try holding my breath everywhere. I wanted to try it in the most extreme situations to see if I could slow my heart rate down under duress. I decided that I was going to break the world record live on primetime television. So I started full focus. I completely trained to get my breath hold time up for what I needed to do, but there was no way to prepare for the live television aspect of it being on Oprah. But in practice, I would do it face down floating on the pool, but for TV, they wanted me to be upright so they could see my face, basically. The other problem was the suit was so buoyant that they had to strap my feet in to keep me from floating up. So I had to use my legs to hold my feet into the straps that were loose, which was a real problem for me. That made me extremely nervous, raising the heart rate.
Okay, so were you able to answer?
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're actually gonna check. So remember, it's either David Blaine or Tom Siestas. Number 1, it says, has the ideal body type for holding his breath underwater.
David.
I think it's Tom Siestas.
Okay, so, well, we're gonna
I
check
think it's Tom Siesta.
Tom Siestas. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna check in a moment. Anyways, okay, so Brenda is saying Tom. All right, and then we have is over 6 feet tall.
Tom Siestas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Letter C says, had to change his eating habits.
Blaine.
David Blaine.
Okay, so Brenda is also saying David Blaine. And then we have letter D, trained for a breath holding challenge on a TV show.
David Blaine.
David Blaine.
Okay, so then also says David Blaine. So I'm gonna check the answers, check them all. Okay, so the only one is this one. The correct answer would be Tom Siestas. All right.
Okay.
It was only the diagram. Okay. Questions with this part? A word or something that you're not sure?
No.
Okay.
You
What about the rest? No questions?
So the letter B is for David Blaine
Yes. But
of two.
I learned David Blaine is 6 feet.
Well, actually, this
Both.
one and it, yeah, both. So it would be both are correct. I mean, both of them have the same height. Let me just wait a second. I wanna put the video, but we're not gonna watch it. I want to go to the part where they mention this so you can see. Oh no, this is not the video. Okay, Tom Siestas. So, for example, in here it says his name is Tom Siestas. I said siestas. I'm sorry. And this guy is perfectly built for holding his breath. He's 6'4". So in here we are saying that he's 6 feet tall. Okay, so that's true. Tom Sietas. And then I'm 6'1". So the answer for letter B is both. The two of them are correct, okay?
Both, okay.
Yeah, both. Both are correct. The other ones you answered correctly. Only letter B is both. The two of them are the same height. Well, similar.
Very good.
All right. So now we're gonna go back to this one. Okay, continuing the same part. In here we have these different sentences. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. What I want you to do is take a moment, read the questions, and then read the answers. Okay, and I want you to answer with your idea, and then we're gonna watch the video to check if what you have is correct. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so take 1 or 2 minutes, answer them. They are on page 72. And then we're gonna watch the video for you to check the answers. Are you ready?
I think, yes.
What about the rest? So more or less or no?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you to give me your answers before we actually check the video or check this part. It says, oh sorry. Number 1, why did Blaine change his eating habits? What did you guys put?
I think to lose weight.
Okay, so to lose weight. Everybody agrees,
Yes.
right? Number 2 says, why did Blaine swim with sharks?
I think the letter C, to learn to relax even in scarce situation.
Okay, so you put,
C.
so you selected C. What about the rest? What did you put?
The same, letter C.
Letter C. And okay, Brenda put letter A, to be on TV. And we're gonna check anyways the answers in a moment. And then we have in 3, in what position was Blaine comfortable underwater? Floating face up, floating face down, or floating upright?
C.
Okay. So you selected this one. And then number 4, what was Blaine extremely nervous about?
Letter C, keeping his feet started in.
Okay, so keeping his feet strapped in. Anybody else has something different? All right. Okay, so everybody has the same. So let me just go to the book and check this part. This one. No, I think for this one we don't watch the video. But let's say in here you put A. In this one you said C, and then some people said A. So I'm gonna in this one we're gonna wait to see what the book says. This one you said C, and then this one you said C. Okay, so yeah, it's to lose weight, to learn to relax in even in scary situations. This one is, oh no, sorry. The answer is C, yes. The one in number 3 is face down.
Face down. Okay.
Okay. And then number 4, yes, keeping his feet strapped in. Questions with this?
No questions.
Okay, so we're gonna just let me.
Go.
Alright. We have one more thing to do with David Blaine. And let me show you. Well, okay. So what is this?
A timeline?
Yes. Okay. So it's a timeline basically. So what you're gonna do, what we're gonna do is we're going to finish the video with David Blaine, and what you have to do is complete the timeline with the descriptions that are in here from A to letter F. It's pretty much chronologically what was happening from the minute that the action started to the minute that finished. So we have 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 15, 16, and then 17 with 4 seconds.
Okay.
You're going to decide when all of these activities happened, okay? Yes?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so just before we actually just check it, let's just read. I'm going to start with letter A, and you guys help me with the rest. It says, letter A, his legs and lips felt very strange. Letter B,
He felt certain he wouldn't be able to complete the challenge.
Okay, thank you. Letter C.
He pulled his feet out of the strap.
Okay, very good. Letter D.
He started to get strange feelings in his fingers and toes.
Okay. Letter E.
He set a new world record.
Okay, and I'll read the letter F. He experienced an irregular heartbeat. Okay. So now we're just gonna finish with that, and you decide. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay.
When I made it to the halfway mark at 8 minutes, I was 100% certain that I was not going to be able to make this. There was no way for me to do it. I kept pushing to 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, you start getting all these really strong tingling sensations in your fingers and toes, and I knew that that was blood shunting, when the blood rushes away from your extremities to provide oxygen to your vital organs. At 11 minutes, I started feeling throbbing sensations in my legs, and my lips started to feel really strange. At 15 minutes, I was suffering major O2 deprivation to the heart, and I started having ischemia to the heart. My heartbeat would go from 120 to 50 to 150 to 40 to 20 to 150 again. It would skip a beat, it would start, it would stop, and I felt all this. And I was sure that I was going to have a heart attack. So at 16 minutes, what I did is I slid my feet out, because I knew that if I did go out, if I did have a heart attack, they'd have to jump into the body and take my feet out before pulling me up. So I was really nervous. So I let my feet out and I started floating to the top, and I didn't take my head out, but I was just floating there waiting for my heart to stop. Just waiting. They had doctors with the, so sitting there waiting. And then suddenly I hear screaming, and I think that there's some weird thing that I had died or something had happened. And then I realized that I had made it to 1632. So with the energy of everybody that was there, I decided to keep pushing, and I went to 17 minutes and 4 seconds. As a magician, I try to show things to people that seem impossible. And I think magic, whether I'm holding my breath or shuffling a deck of cards, is pretty simple. It's practice, it's training, and it's practice, it's training, and experimenting while pushing through the pain to be the best that I can be. And that's what magic is to me. So thank you.
Okay. Were you able to get the timeline?
I think yes.
Okay.
Yes, again, please.
Again. All right. Hold on. Are you ready?
Yes.
When I made it to the halfway mark at 8 minutes, I was 100% certain that I was not going to be able to make this. There was no way for me to do it. I kept pushing to 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, you start getting all these really strong tingling sensations in your fingers and toes, and I knew that that was blood shunting, when the blood rushes away from your extremities to provide oxygen to your vital organs. At 11 minutes, I started feeling throbbing sensations in my legs, and my lips started to feel really strange. at 15 minutes, I was suffering major O2 deprivation to the heart, and I started having ischemia to the heart. My heartbeat would go from 120 to 50 to 150 to 40 to 20 to 150 again. It would skip a beat, it would start, it would stop, and I felt all this. And I was sure that I was going to have a heart attack. So at 16 minutes, what I did is I slid my feet out because I knew that if I did go out, if I did have a heart attack, they'd have to jump into the body and take my feet out before pulling me up. So I was really nervous. So I let my feet out and I started floating to the top. And I didn't take my head out, but I was just floating there waiting for my heart to stop. Just waiting. They had doctors with the, so sitting there waiting. And then suddenly I hear screaming. And I think that there's some weird thing that I had died or something had happened. And then I realized that I had made it to 1632. So with the energy of everybody that was there, I decided to keep pushing, and I went to 17 minutes and 4 seconds. As a magician, I try to show things to people that seem impossible. And I think magic, whether I'm holding my breath or shuffling a deck of cards, is pretty simple. It's practice, it's training, and it's practice, it's training, and experimenting while pushing through the pain to be the best that I can be. And that's what magic is to me. So thank you.
Okay, was it better?
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna do this. Okay, so we have the 8 minutes, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17. And we're gonna go like this, right? So letter A, it says he felt certain he wouldn't be able to complete the challenge. At what minute did he think that?
11 minutes.
11 minutes.
Wait a second. All right. Okay, so then also says that. And then we have letter B. He started to get strange feelings in his fingers and toes. At what minute, at what point did he feel like that?
And 11 minutes too.
At the 11 minutes as well?
No. 10 minutes.
At the 10 minutes, okay. All right.
Yes, 30.
Yeah, B. And then we have letter C. His legs and lips felt very strange.
Mm.
In the 11 minutes.
Okay, so Brenda is saying 15. All right.
No.
At what time?
11 minutes.
Sí, 11.
All right. All right. So okay, we're gonna put like this because we don't have 11 minutes anymore. So let's just put it like 11, 10, 15, and then we're gonna check the answers, okay?
Okay.
And then we have he experienced an irregular heartbeat. At what time did he feel like that?
15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes. Well, I have, all right, so 15 minutes. So then we have to change one. This one would be here. And then we're gonna wait for this one. 12 minutes. Okay, we don't have 12 minutes. Let's just continue with this one. He pulled his feet out of the straps. At what time?
16 minutes.
Okay. And then we have, he set a new world record.
70 minutes, 4 seconds.
Yes.
All right. And then we have this one. We only have 8 minutes left. So his legs and lips felt very strange. What do you think? Is it 8 minutes?
No, it's 11 minutes.
11 minutes. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this one. We're gonna check the answers, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so it was 8. Yeah, that was the only difference. So his legs and lips felt very strange at 11 minutes. And first, it was he felt he felt certain he wouldn't be able to complete. Was at the very beginning almost. Okay,
Yes.
questions with this?
No, it's okay.
Is
All right.
the letter D, E, F? What minute is?
No.
What?
F, letter F,
What?
D, E, F.
B, E, and F.
B is 8 minutes and F is 15 minutes.
Okay. It's the fifth. This is 8 minutes.
8 minutes. It says he felt he certain he wouldn't. Is letter B.
B.
8 minutes is letter B.
A. He started.
Letter D. He started to get strange feelings in his fingers and toes. Is 10 minutes.
Okay. And 11 minutes is A and C.
11 minutes is no.
Letter A.
Letter A. Yes.
His legs and lips feel very strange.
50 minutes.
15 minutes. He started. It's letter F.
F. Okay. And 60 minutes is letter B. And 70 minutes is letter E.
No, 16 minutes is letter C.
Oh, C.
And 17 is he set a new world record.
Okay.
Okay, all good?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna continue with this one. Okay, I'm going to ask you to, in your book, you have the reading is on page, it should be on page 68. You have this part, David Blaine's greatest endurance challenges. Can you see it in your book?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna reflect a little. This is the part. I'm going to give you 3-4 minutes for you to read. Take a moment and read this part, okay? Read and try to understand the different activities, the different challenges that David Blaine did, okay? And then I'm gonna tell you what you're going to do, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I was having problem. I think that my internet. Okay, good. Did you finish reading this part? I don't know why my internet was not letting me listen to you. Okay. So all of these are challenges that David Blaine has done. Okay. Endurance. What is endurance? Or what do you understand by endurance?
As the resist.
Yep. Endurance is the same as resistance. Okay. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. Do you consider these challenges dangerous or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so these are dangerous.
yeah.
Do you think that because David Blaine normally shows some of his magic tricks or magic acts on TV, do you think that these are some things that we should watch on TV?
Um,
Do you think that, for example, imagine that you have I don't know, your children or your nephews and nieces, and then you are watching David Blaine holding his breath underwater with some straps on his feet. Do you think that it is okay to show this type of TV shows to kids, for example?
is this person is I think
Mm-hmm.
roller model roller very dangerous, and the kids is very danger. He watches him, and I don't know, say repeat
Yeah,
or the
to repeat or to mimic.
yes, the mimic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, do you think, and I'm gonna focus on the second question, do you think there is a point where entertainment, and by entertainment I mean entertainment in general, I can be talking about David Blaine, but maybe I can be talking about the WWE, football games, etc., etc. Do you think there's a point where we become irresponsible when we are watching them?
I think yes.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to answer question number 2 with your opinion, okay? But I'm gonna ask you to do it in the Zoom chat, okay? Give your opinion in the Zoom chat, and then I'm going to ask you to prepare because we're going to have a discussion about this, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give you 3 minutes for you guys to write your answer for question 2 in the Zoom chat. Yes, everybody understands? All right, okay. So I'll be reading your answers in the chat. Right? Yes, I agree with what you're saying, Juan Carlos. It's responsible, Guillermo, because it could happen. An accident could happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So in this case, if we're talking about you and you want to do it, then yes, you're putting yourself at risk, like Brenda says. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Okay, Ronaldo. I think all entertainment is in yours without super violence. Okay. Okay, Sandra. I think okay because you can die. People can imitate them and die too. Yes, that's true. All right, everybody already answered. Somebody missing? I'm gonna do this. Okay, Pamela. It says, I think, okay. Yes. Yeah. I mean, even when we watch a movie and the person is a bully, they are definitely going to imitate that and actually do it at home or at school. They're gonna. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. You shared your opinion written. So you send a message in the you send the examples on the chat. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, only 2 minutes, okay? And I'm gonna send you to the breakout room. I want you to discuss the same question, the same thing that you posted on the chat. I'm going to ask you to discuss, okay? But speaking, because sometimes it's different only just to write it down. So I'm gonna send you to the breakout room, and please discuss this part. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna send you to the breakout room. So please go, and because you're gonna discuss this question. Okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to the WhatsApp group anyways.
Well,
The ladies first or the men?
well, me first. Do you think there's a point where entertainment likes to become irresponsible? I think if David have a TV show about magician or his endurance challenge, it can be irresponsible because they will be very specific that the program is only for entertainment and nobody can imitate uh, because he has the
They can to die too.
Yes, it's irresponsible.
Yes.
Also, well, I know that they have the like a paramedic or maybe some points to get it safe,
Yeah.
but but it's very risky.
Yes.
Mm,
Obedient
Mhm.
or depending, it's depending the attitude, no? Um, for example, bad people or kids or students, they have many problems, and he has I don't know, bullying or take a bullying or the other classmates
Mhm.
or search the problems. It is very, very, very bad, and it's a problem. It's serious, problem serious.
Yes, sir.
Is it really? Not today people want to do a lot of risky things to get 15-minute fame. I don't know.
yeah.
It's sad, but it's true. You know, is a teenager or people young, very young. It's sad. See that.
Yes, because you don't know which is the which one is watching that in the TV. Maybe it
Yes.
could be a child or an adolescent or someone with a medical issue, like psychological or something.
Yes, and all thing is sport and magicians and anything. It's very sad for me.
magician.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
All right. So, well, pretty much what you discussed, it was really interesting, and it was a follow up of what you had written, which is good. Now we're gonna focus and change. Well, not change so much the topic, but before we go, I'm gonna actually focus on this part. This is going to be one of the last activities that we probably are going to do. Explaining achievements. What is achievements? What do you understand with achievements?
Achievements is a goal.
Goals. Mhm.
So goals, yes, pretty much goals, objectives, very good. Now, these, you can find them on page 70, let me tell you. It should be on page, up, this one, 74.
Mhm.
74, and we're going to first focus on exercise letter A, okay? In
Letter four?
exercise, 74, yes.
Okay.
Exercise letter A, and it says, think of someone who has achieved something extraordinary in sports, in science, the arts, or whatever area. Okay, maybe somebody that you have seen on TV. And what I'm going to ask you to do, it says in here, do a research. So investigate. You can use Google or whatever platform you're using, and you can make the notes. Okay, you can consider the following questions. What did the person achieve? When? So the time. Did they achieve this activity? And how did they train or prepare for it? Okay. These are some questions only, but I want you to expand. Okay. So Google information, because and prepare. If you have an opportunity, take notes, because we're going to explain this to our classmates, okay?
Okay.
Right? So, I mean, that's pretty much the activity. Please, I'm gonna give you, for this particular activity, I'm going to give you 6 minutes for you to work alone, okay? Individually,
Mhm.
all right? Yes?
Okay.
Okay, how many minutes do you have to investigate?
Very good.
All right, 6 minutes, okay? Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
What about the rest? Ready?
Yes.
Okay. This is what you're going to do. For now, because this is the beginning of the writing activity that you're going to do for homework. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to separate you in breakout rooms. Okay. In this case, I'm going to try to make it in only in pairs. And I want you to compare the information that you researched. So you're going to tell your partner, you know what? I investigated about Tom Brady. Tom Brady, blah, 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 blah. And you explain, okay?
Okay.
The achievements, the things that he does, whatever you investigated. And then I'm going to explain to you what you're going to do with the homework because you're going to practice a writing activity for homework, okay?
Okay.
All right, so but I want everybody to speak, okay? I'm gonna send you with the same person that you were working before. So please share the information. For this part, I'm going to give you 5 minutes, okay, to discuss.
Yes.
Pamela, sorry.
So, ladies first. Um, I investigated about Justin Wilhelm. No, this man. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Justin Wilhelm is another magician. And I want to read some of his biography. And Justin Wilhelm is an American magician, comedian, producer, and television personality.
Runner in Olympic Games in Seoul, Korea, 1988. Griffith Joyner set a world record in the 100 meters sprint. She ran this length in 10 seconds, 49 seconds. No, 10 seconds, 49 decimals. And at the 88 Olympic Trials in Seoul, Korea.
Okay.
Amazing.
We finish?
No, she started practicing athletics from a young age, always in short race and participating in weekend meeting in the university. Okay.
Okay.
Do you know Florence Griffith Joyner? No, I
No.
think so. No. Is the woman is the fastest woman in the history.
Okay. And my read
You,
is I recent the records and I found to
practice another type of magic. So if you don't watch the Magic for Humans, I recommend it to watch. It's very entertaining. It's very funny.
Okay. Someone else? Someone else?
Did you guys finish?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check with the other group to see if they finish, so I can so we can go to the main room. Hold on. Okay, Brenda is writing her information. Okay.
Guinness Book of Record was announced the oldest known living land is that it's a grace animal.
how many years?
How many years is 187? Zero.
187.
Yes. Zero. His name is Jonathan. Yes.
Where does it live?
Excuse me?
Where does it live?
Where or when?
¿Dónde? Where?
When in the February.
Okay, so you're back. I think what I'm gonna show you now, it'll be the last thing and I can go a couple of minutes early. Okay. So you discussed in here about different people, I mean the people that you investigated, okay? What I'm gonna ask you to do for homework, because again, like I said, this is gonna be the writing. Oh, no, this is for next class. You're going to make a comparison, okay? So the instructions, it says, choose
Okay.
one person you discussed in class or someone new you want to talk about. What you're going to do is you are going to compare and you're going to contrast the achievements of the person that you investigated with with what David Blaine has done. Okay, and you're going to, it says, give and include details about how they prepared to reach their goals. In here and in the document that I'm going to put in the Google Classroom, you have an example in here. Okay, so I want you to read it, and then you're going to do your comparison, okay? So maybe you want to talk, like I said before, maybe you said, you know what? I'm going to talk about Tom Brady, and I'm going to compare Tom Brady with David Blaine, okay? And I'm going to check if they have similarities, if they have differences, and I'm going to write it in the document that I'm going to send you, okay?
Okay.
That's going to be the only thing that you're going to have for homework for now.
Okay.
All right? So for now, I think for now, this is going to be it. We only have some minutes, but I think that we can skip those. And we're going to continue next Saturday, okay?
Okay.
Next class, we are going to focus on listening activity, but it's going to probably be like 40 minutes. The rest of the class, we are going to focus on grammar, okay? Because August 1st is going to be the quiz, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So for now, that's going to be it. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you next Saturday.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
teacher.
Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
teacher.
weekend.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you. You too.
Have a nice weekend.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Brenda. Bye-bye.
Bye.